Welcome back to BlackTideTV, bringing you the best of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 content Monday to Friday. Today, we are taking our first look at the Recon reticles in this game. We are starting off with the first three multiplayer reticles today. That would be the default reticle, the Pincer reticle, and the Cyborg reticle, all for the Recon site. So the first two clips you're going to be seeing are from the default site. The default site really isn't that special. It is very practical, although it does have these strange red kind of lines on the side, which don't really make a lot of sense why they're there. They're not really useful for anything. I don't know if it's really for corralling off an area and actually looking into one area better than, I don't know. I don't know what they're for. I really do not know. It's just kind of a silly reticle. There is that nice little tight little dot in the middle though. It's very small. It's even smaller than a red dot sight dot, making it extremely easy to use. So this is obviously a very practical kind of sight, a very practical kind of optic. Now, of course, there are some optics with the Recon sight that can get very obstructive, which we're going to be looking into in a little bit. But today, most of our reticles are okay. I think the second one that you're going to be seeing isn't as great, but there are some reticles for the Recon site in the future that we'll be looking at that they get pretty goofy. Once you get to those four main reticles that you get once you complete all of your kills with your reticles, it can get pretty goofy. There are some strange reticles in this game, and a lot of them are mostly just for aesthetics, just for kind of showing off and getting cool kill cams or something in Search and Destroy. But there's not a lot of practical reticles as far as the Recon is concerned, which is kind of sad just because the Recon site is really all about being more accurate. The Recon site is about having that great zoom function that you can engage enemies at longer distances, and when you have a weird looking reticle on it, it makes it very difficult to do that. So right up next, we're going to be seeing the Pincer reticle. To unlock the Pincer reticle in multiplayer, you actually have to get 50 kills while aiming down sights with the Recon. And this one is sort of right on the verge of becoming an aesthetic kind of reticle. It is very practical. It's got this nice, easy to use point. It points right up to where you want to be aiming. It's very nice for sniper rifles. I think it's one of the nicer reticles for the Recon site in the game, just as far as practicality goes. But it does have this extended little blue line. There's some darker parts to it as well that as you kind of lean down, if you're actually looking really hard or really far away with your sniper rifle trying to find an enemy, it can get a little bit obstructive. But for the most part, this is a very practical kind of reticle. I still think the default reticle beats this, but the third reticle that we're actually going to be taking a look at today is my overall favorite Recon reticle as far as practicality goes. It is super easy to use. It's very clean, very organized, whereas this kind of reticle is more just, it's cool looking because it's a different color, and it actually will stand out. This Pincer reticle, that's the major thing that I like about this Pincer reticle, is that it stands out from the map itself. On my Reflex, my last, or I guess I could say the first Reflex reticles video, I had a commenter saying that he didn't like the orange kind of reticles, like the reticles that actually appear orange, like the, I can't remember what it was, I think it's the Eclipse reticle. He said he doesn't like those orangish reticles because they don't appear very well on some maps, and I definitely agree. On maps like Fringe, where everything's kind of dusty and brown, an orange reticle can actually end up blending in with the environment, and that can be a very bad thing. And there are a lot of orange reticles in this game. Obviously, they really wanted to drive this home that the colors for Black Ops 3 are orange and black, because there is a ton of orange reticles in this game, especially for the Recon reticles. Like I said in my previous Reflex reticles video, I'm actually looking at the reticles right now while I'm doing this video just so I can remember what they look like, and a lot of the Recon reticles are orange. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reticles are orange. It's absolutely insane. This one's orange, but I think this is the best Recon reticle in the game. The one that you're seeing now is the Cyborg reticle, which interestingly enough does not come with the Cyborg camo. I don't own the Cyborg camo, but you can get the Cyborg reticle in multiplayer after you get 100 kills by aiming down sights with the Recon sight. It's kind of strange that it would be called the Cyborg reticle. When I was typing it in and saying like, oh yeah, we're going to do the Cyborg camo today, I'm like, well, does it? I was sure I was wrong. I was sure I was wrong when I made the thumbnail. I was like, it must be the Cyclops reticle or something, because Cyborg would be the reticle that comes with the Cyborg camo, which we just did the other day on First Look Camos. But nope, this is actually called the Cyborg Reticle. Don't know why it's not with the Cyborg camo. It's just the way of life, I suppose. But this is the Cyborg Reticle. I think it's super clean. It's very just really organized. It's a clear circle that you can actually see right through the clearness of the around of that circle, and it's just a very small point. Like the Eclipse reticle for the reflex sight, it has a very small hole that you can see through for engaging your enemies at longer distances and just being able to see where your enemies are at. I think it's a really great reticle. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me which of these three reticles you like the most in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're looking for some awesome gaming glasses, click on my link down in the description to head to No Scope Gaming Glasses and buy yourself a pair. See you guys later.